Yeah. We be on them highways. Tell them be cool, we on the byways. Bring out the word, they looking sideways. I don't do it my way. We on them highways. Tell them be cool, we on the byways. Bring out the word, they looking sideways. I don't do this my way. I hold a 6-man. Demons rolling up, I'm about to fix that. Scoffer about to talk, I got the word for him. I ain't even know I even heard from him. Scriptures coming out and ain't no word from him. As soon as I pull out the laws, they run away. You was laughing, he gon' laugh at your collapse.
Hey, so what's your name, sis? Tisha? Nice to meet you. My name's Israelites, all right? We are Israel United in Christ, and we coming out here for y'all, you understand? Right. So you understand that the Sabbath day is a day of rest. We're not supposed to work on that day, correct? Now this is something else that we're supposed to do in preparation for the Sabbath, okay? Exodus 16:23.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 16 and verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord had said, tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath.
So during this setting, it was Friday. He said, hey, tomorrow the Sabbath, bro. Read.
Unto the Lord, bake that which ye will bake today, and seed that ye will seed, and that which remaineth overlay up for you to be kept until the morning.
So he said, you need to cook today. Why? Because we're not allowed to cook on the Sabbath day according to the scriptures. Right. Exodus 35 real quick. We want to read it real quick. So on the Sabbath day, we're not supposed to work. We're not supposed to cook. We're going to get that commandment real quick. We must convocate. You understand? We can't buy or sell. I'm going to touch on them real quick because I got another question I want to ask you, all right? You got that? Read.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 35 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
6 days shall work be done, but on the 7th day there shall be to you an holy day, a Sabbath of rest to the Lord. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death.
Right, read.
Verse 3, ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
So on the Sabbath day, we're not supposed to kindle fire to cook. You understand? We're not supposed to cook. All right? Amos 8 and 5, real quick. All right? So we're not supposed to work. We're not supposed to cook. You understand? We're going to find out what else we're not supposed to do on the Sabbath, okay? The book of Amos, chapter 8 and verse 5.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 8 and verse 5, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that ye may sell corn, in the Sabbath that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small, and the shekel great, and falsifying the balances by deceit.
Nehemiah 10:31 is a little bit more plain. So right there, it was saying they were waiting for the new moon, the Sabbath to be gone, so they can buy and sell. Because upon the Sabbath day, you can't buy or sell. You understand? I'm going to read it again, though, just to make it a little bit more plain, all right? Nehemiah 10:31. What's your name again one more time, sister? Tisha. I'm horrible with names, all right? Tisha. All right. Sister Tisha. I'm going to keep saying it. Tisha. All right. You got that? The book of Nehemiah. It's closer to the front.
Bring it out.
The book, there we go. The book of Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31. Wait, hey, what's going on, my brother? Hey, you believe in the Bible, bro?
I believe in God.
Yeah, do you believe in God?
I believe in God.
Okay. On this sign right here, my brother, do you see yourself on there? You see who you will come from?
Everybody. I don't really do this.
Everybody's God people?
Everybody.
Okay. You got that? Hey, sis, don't forget our point, okay? Read that. Nehemiah 10. You got that?
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 10 and verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day, and that we would leave the 7th year an execution of every debt.
So the scriptures tell us that on the Sabbath day we can't buy or sell. You understand? So we can't buy, we can't sell, we can't work on the Sabbath. We're supposed to be resting. We must come together on that day as a people to exhort one another, right? Because look around in our communities, right? We go through horrible atrocities every day. Get that in the book of Hebrews chapter 10. We're going to start at verse 24. Reason why the Most High God ordained a convocation for us so we can exhort one another. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can tell you, hey sis, you're a queen, a princess of God upon the earth. You understand? You're not black. You're not a nigga. We're above everybody, and we got to return to His commandments. You understand?
Right.
You got that? Hebrews 10. Read.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10 and verse 24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works.
So when we see each other, we provoke each other to love. Love, according to the Bible, is keeping commandments and good works, right? Read.
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together,
That's the convocation. He said, don't forsake that thing. We must be coming together. Read.
as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another.
Doing what?
Exhorting one another.
I mean, I got to build you up, sis, like you build me up. You know what I mean? So we got to start coming together, back together as a people. We can't be calling each other niggas, bees, hoes out here. Tatiana. Have you heard that word before? You heard Tatiana before? Why we call our sisters that? You see what I'm saying? That's disrespectful.
If you trying to wake up call for them,
Hey,
I call them spot pocket.
hey, sis, we shouldn't be calling them nothing. You know why? Because we got to teach them who they are so they can stop doing things they're doing. I understand.
Right.
The water, but you can't make them drink.
I got you, sis. Hey, finish reading that out. Read.
And so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
So, sis, now I got a question for you. You understand the Sabbath thing? You can't work? Okay. Okay. You supposed to rest, and what else you always supposed to? All praises. That's exactly what you got to do upon the Sabbath day, all right? Now, I got a question for you. Our women, as the children of Israel, right? How should they dress? What should be, did God give us a dress code? I asked that question. Did He give us a dressing? Yes, ma'am.
Now that I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I think everybody deserves respect. It shouldn't really matter what you have. If I come outside, but that don't mean I'm asking for you to stay. Come to me, I'm taking you. No, I don't think.
Matthew 5, 27th verse. Okay, so we're going to read out of the book of God, all right? We're going to see what He says about it. Now, I'm with you. I understand. We should show each other respect regardless, but, you know what I mean? Our women and our men need to be dressing accordingly to what God said. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why. You got that? Matthew 5? Read.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery.
Now, Christ is talking. He said in Old Testament, well, not the Old Testament, but the old times, you're not supposed to commit adultery. You know what adultery is? What, sleeping with each other, right? So he said in old times, you were told not to do that, right? Read.
But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her,
He said, if you even look on a woman to lust after her, read.
hath committed adultery with her already in his heart.
Now, sis, going back to your statement, if you walk out the house naked, is somebody gonna lust after you?
Absolutely.
See that? So, for us, if we love our brothers and sisters, what would you do? You would cover up. You see that? See how easy that is? All praises. Give me your 1 Timothy. You know. 1 Timothy 2 and 9. Read.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Now, the scriptures say that our sisters are supposed to adorn themselves. He ain't just say get dressed and put it on. To adorn yourself, that's a thing, you know what I mean? You're going to get your best dress, you're going to do your hair up and all that. He said you got to adorn yourself in modest apparel. You know what modest is, sis?
In moderation.
To cover up, right? Yeah, so you're showing skin in moderation. You see what I'm saying? To cover up. So read it again from the top.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
So modesty also goes into not showing your curves and your shapes to everybody, right? So when I wear tight pants, is that modest? Showing your curves, your butt, and your front area and all that? It's not modest, right? All right, sis, you see that? Read on.
With shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works.
It's not saying that you can't wear gold or braid your hair. It's just saying your focus shouldn't just be on your outward appearance. You gotta work on the inner person, see what I'm saying? So we're doing ourselves in modesty, but also you can still get yourself dressed up and looking pretty, you understand? All right, Deuteronomy 22 and 5. All right, read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Now the scriptures say that a man, us, we can't put on a woman's garment. What's a woman's garment, sis?
A dress.
A what?
A dress. Oh, a bra.
Right.
Anything that's supposed to don't put it on.
Right, so I'm not supposed to be putting on no dress, right? Finish that out, read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
You see that? See that devil right there? But the scriptures say all of us that do that are abomination to him, all right? Read that again from the top.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Now, what do our sisters wear today that belong or pertain to men? Their pants, right? Right, so our sisters should be wearing those, right? You know what I'm saying? I want you to finish that out again. I want you to read.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
Go to Revelation 21:7. That's Deuteronomy 22:5, all right? So it says our women are not supposed to wear things that pertain to men. Just like we're not supposed to wear your clothes. See what I'm saying? How you doing, my sister? What's your name, sis? Tricia? All right, so what we doing out here is teaching our people their nationality according to the Bible, all right? You see that sign right there? Right there for me. You see yourself on that sign? You have Judah, American blacks, Benjamin, West Indian, so on and so forth. Do you see yourself on there? What would you be considered, sis? Judah? All praises to the Most High God. That's the same tribe that Christ came from. We're going to touch on that in a minute, all right? What I have you? Revelation 21:7? Yeah. All right, sis. Hey, listen to this. The reason why we come out here is to teach you so you'll be able to get into the kingdom of heaven. Same thing with you, sis. So what we just touched on was the apparel that our women should be wearing, which should be modest, correct? And not pants, correct? Right? Because if you wore pants, we were what? An abomination to God. So the reason why we come out here to teach our people was to not be abominable to God, all right? Because this is how God feel about it. Read.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 7. He that overcometh shall inherit all things.
So if you overcome this world, you will inherit all things, the kingdom of heaven, because it's only for us. Everywhere will not be in rulership in the kingdom of heaven. You understand? They're going to be in servitude unto us. Read.
And I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and
fearful, right? Read.
And unbelieving.
And unbelieving.
And the abominable.
And the what?
And the abominable.
So the scriptures say the abominable what? Read.
And murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone.
So we trying to save you, sisters, and the brothers out here from that lake of fire that burns with brimstones. You understand? It is not your Christian mindset of what that lake of fire is. The scriptures tell us about so-called some missiles that's going to be coming over here to destroy this land. It does. That's what the Bible talks about. And we're trying to save you from that. Because the only way you know what's abominable is when you read in that Old Testament. Because he tell you what's abominable there, right? All right, so our sisters are not supposed to wear pants, right? We've got to dress modestly. All right? Now, it's a holiday that's coming up this month, right? What is that called? You know the holiday that's coming up in this month? Christmas. Do you guys celebrate Christmas? Do you celebrate Christmas? You do? Okay. When your kids go? So you don't celebrate it all, right? Okay. Because we're going to read it in the Bible. You think God wants us to celebrate Christmas? What do you think?
Do I think he wants us to celebrate Christmas?
Yes, ma'am. No? What about you, sis? Okay. So what did they say Christmas is? Can you enlighten me, give me a little bit of background on what is Christmas?
Christmas is supposed to be the white man holiday.
It is indeed a white man holiday. But what did they say it is? What is it supposed to be?
That's the day that, not the day Christ died. It's for Christ's birthday.
Supposed to be Christ's birthday, right?
Right.
According to the Bible, do we even celebrate birthdays? Do y'all know? I'm going to touch that too.
I just know in one religion they don't. I think it just depends on what religion you serve.
Okay, so we're going to go into the scriptures. We're going to see whether or not we should be celebrating Christmas, all right? The book of Jeremiah chapter 10. Do you have kids at all, sis? You do? Okay, Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
So you see that? All throughout the Bible, he's talking directly to a specific people. The children of Israel, the people you see on that sign, he's not talking to everybody. Read on.
That's a woman.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Do what?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
He told us not to learn the ways that the other nations do. You understand? Read on.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
That goes into your astrology. You know when they say, oh, if you're a Sagittarius, you're going to get some money this month. Or if you're a Scorpio, Scorpios do it the best. That type of stuff. The scriptures say we're not supposed to be wrapped up in that stuff. Understand? Constellations and all that, that's not for us. Read.
For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain.
Now, we're about to get into a particular custom that the people keep, all right?
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
So the first attribute of this custom is somebody goes into a forest and cuts down a tree, all right? That's the first thing they did when they got a tree, okay? Read.
They deck it with silver and with gold.
They do what?
They deck it with silver and with gold.
You ever heard that song, Silver and Gold, Silver and Gold? So they went and cut a tree out of the forest, and then now they decorate it with silver and with gold. My brother, what's your name right here? Alvin. So right now what we're touching on is Christmas, all right? Whether or not we should celebrate it according to the Bible, okay? You have kids, my brother? You do? You guys celebrate Christmas? Do you celebrate Christmas? All right. So just listen up, all right? We're going to see whether or not we should celebrate it according to the Bible, okay? So far, someone goes into a forest and they cuts down the tree, okay? Read.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not.
So they get a tree, they decorate it with silver and gold, now they fasten it to the floor so it stand up with nails and hammers. Today they use a tree stand. So far, what custom is the Bible talking about? Christmas. Jump up, go. What did it tell us to do? Are we learning that way or not?
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
He told us we're not supposed to learn that. That custom of Christmas is something that we're not supposed to be keeping. It's idolatry, believe it or not. That's worshiping of Nimrod and Tammuz, you understand? That's stuff that they took from the Babylonians and they repackaged it and gave it to you and said, here go your Christmas. When it wasn't a holiday for us anyway. Based around a lie about a Jew. Because Christ was a Jew, correct? Titus 1:14. So this whole thing is a Jewish fable. A lie based around Christ. All right? You got that? Because there's many lies they made about Christ. We're going to touch on another one next. Because after we go over this picture, I want you to look at those two images right there. All right? Just meditate on that for 1 second. You got that? Titus 1:14? Read.
It's the book of Titus, chapter 1 and verse 14. Not giving heed to Jewish fable.
A Jewish fable is a story made up about a Jew. Christ himself was a Jew. He was from the tribe of Judah. Christmas is a fable. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a stone cold lie. We're not celebrate it anyway because we don't celebrate birthdays. That's not our custom. Birthday celebration in itself is idolatry. Read it again from the top.
Not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth.
That turn from the truth? What is the truth real quick? Give me that precept. Because he said Jewish fables would turn you from the truth. Whatever the truth is according to the Bible. He said these Jewish fables would turn you from it. You're going to walk away from what God said is the actual truth. Read. Got that? Psalms 119. Yes, sir.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness. And thy law.
Thy what?
Thy law.
Thy what?
Thy law is the truth.
Go back to Titus 1:14. So he said these Jewish fables would turn you from the truth. Not being in idolatry as part of the laws of God. When you celebrate Christmas, that has now turned you from the truth of God. You got that? Read that. Titus 1:14 again.
It's the book of Titus, chapter 1 and verse 14. Not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth.
So it turns us from the truth. You understand? The truth of God.
The truth of God. We are not black men, we are the Israelites. We have repented.
say that I'm a Jew, it sound odd. For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sound wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.